What's up, YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician's channel. And today we're going to be going over my top ratchets, or my favorite ratchets. I'm going to, pick a few from 1/4 inch, a few from 3/8, and a few from 1/2 inch drive. I don't use anything above 1/2 inch drive. I don't work on big diesels or anything like that, so no need for 3/4 inch drive stuff. Now I'm just going to show you like my top 3 or so of each drive size, not all of my ratchets and the order I would put them in, because we would be here all damn day. So let me know what you guys think of my picks. Now keep in mind, I have a lot of different brands. I have, or I did have Harbor Freight, and I have, Gear Wrench, Carlisle, Snap-on, I got Matco, I got Silver Eagle. I mean, I got a lot of different brands here, so I'm gonna try and give you my best reasons as to why I like them and some of the features that they have. So thank you guys so much for watching, and let's get into this. Okay, I'm going to start off by saying that I'm going to try and hurry through this because I have a crap ton of ratchets and I really don't want to be here for 3.5 days. So I'm going to try and get through this as quickly as possible, but still give you some good reasoning and information. But before any of these ratchets, I want to mention that these are all basically used anytime I can't use this, which is the Milwaukee, the new gen Milwaukee cordless ratchet. This is the 3/8 drive. It comes with the 1/4 inch drive adapter and this boot and a battery. I got it about a year ago and it has been great. 55 foot-pounds of torque. After that, it's got a safety feature where it won't apply anymore, and then you can still use it as a normal ratchet. But as you can tell, it's big, bulky compared to a normal ratchet, but anytime I can use it, I will. So let's start off with your most common drive size, and I picked out my top 5, I guess you would say. Yeah, I know, it's still a lot, but there's some reasons. So my number 1 go-to is actually the Gear Wrench 84 tooth anytime I need leverage. So let's kind of keep these separate, these are kind of 1 and 2, but either way, anytime I need a long 3/8 drive, this Gear Wrench 84 tooth is my go-to. One being, I love the flex head, but I really love the locking feature of it, because sometimes, granted, I like these points better than just a flat swivel head a majority of the time, but I really like that this one locks and it's got a lot of different positions. Granted, it is only the 84 tooth, still a really good ratchet. It's also comfort grip, so that's really nice. It's not a big bulky comfort grip either, so that's nice. But that's my number 1 go-to. Next up is basically the exact same thing, except it's only a semi-locking flex head, and it's the Gear Wrench 120 XP. So you got a 60 tooth gear in there with 2 pawls. So you still get really good strength, but you get 120 different positions. I think it's 3 degrees of arc swing, so really good arc swing there. And then this guy, which is the Snap-on FL80. Enough said. If I don't need a flex head, this is obviously my go-to. Now, majority of the time, I'll grab a flex head just because I don't want to be running back and forth for, a flex head if I grabbed one that wasn't. But if I know I won't need it, this Snap-on is definitely my go-to. It's got to be the smoothest operating ratchet I've ever felt, and it's beautiful, it's trusted, and it's Snap-on. Okay, next up is my Carlisle. I believe this is actually a fairly lower tooth count. I can't even say off the top of my head, but I go to this fairly often. This is Silver Eagle. This isn't really in my top ones, and I got away from the push releases a while ago, and I don't know, Silver Eagle, it's decent. Now, if it wasn't supplied to me while I was going to college, I probably wouldn't have bought it. I would have bought something nicer, but that's kind of the order I go in, and then I have a bunch more, but let's move on before this video gets any longer. So next up, I'm going to go into 1/4 inch drive. So just like before, it's kind of in a little bit different order, but I have a reasoning. Whenever I go to 1/4 inch drive, like I said, I like that flex head. Now, it's not locking, permanent locking, it's semi-lock. But when I go to 1/4 inch, I'm usually working in a really tight space. So I really love that 120 XP, 3 degree arc swing. and it sounds so smooth and feels so smooth. So hopefully you can hear that, but it's a great ratchet. Next up is the 84-tooth version with the locking. You guys saw it in 3/8 drive. The little comfort grip is really nice for tight spots, and you get a good amount of leverage. Not that you want to apply a lot of torque with a 1/4 inch ratchet, but it's still nice having something a little bit longer to reach with. And then obviously next up is my snap-on, and this is the TL72. Once again, smooth, beautiful, works great, but technically I bought it for my son Elijah when he was born, so it's really not my ratchet, but I still use it. And then next up, I gotta admit, don't really use that often. Don't get me wrong, roto ratchets are great. You can use them as like a screwdriver, but the backswing on it, it's a little tight, so if like a bolt or a nut is loose, really you might just sit there spinning it. It's just a little snug, so that's about it, but not a whole lot of situations where I actually need a roto ratchet, but still good to have around. So moving on to 1/2 inch drive. First up, well, let's just say when I go to 1/2 inch drive, the reason I'm going to 1/2 inch drive is for something long with leverage and I can apply some torque to something. So this is the Gear Wrench 120 XP. Great ratchet, just like before. A little bulky, but it's 1/2 inch drive. Most 1/2 inch drive ratchets are gonna be pretty bulky. But this one's, how long is this? 11 inches. So you don't got a whole lot of length here, but you got that 120 XP, but I don't know if I'm gonna be looking for low swing arc with a 1/2 inch drive most of the time. So I'm gonna push this off. That's not my top 3. This is gonna be number 1. This is gonna be number 2. And this is gonna be number 3. Yeah, we're gonna turn them sideways so you can kind of see them a little bit better. You can kind of see the length differences here. Okay, so my go-to is the Carlisle, and this is a 90 tooth. It's a R12L90, 90 teeth, nice and smooth. No quick release, which I actually really like. Smooth operating, comfort grip, really comfortable, and you got really good length here. This is 16 3/4 inches long. And then next up, the only reason this is second in line, well, for one, with the flex head is nice, but when I'm trying to apply a lot of torque to something, the last thing I want to do is accidentally slip and bust my hand on something. So that's why it's in second. Plus, this has a nice slim design to it. You can get into a little bit tighter spaces. Like I said before, not usually getting into a whole lot of tight spaces with these 1/2 inch drive long ratchets, but you can see how much bigger this head design is because you got that joint there, so you need that extra strength. But then third in line is actually my Matco 88 tooth, and this is made in USA. Part number CFR 158, and it's nice, but if you just compare the tooth here, it's really smooth. Then here's the 120 XP with the dual pawls, almost silent. I'm trying to hold this up to the mic so you guys can hear best. That's the Matco 88. So obviously it's a lower tooth count, so it's gonna be a little bit louder because you have a little bit bigger teeth for, or a majority of the time. And it still operates smoothly, but that's my order. Kind of try and set these all up here so you can see. Please drop a comment down below. Let me know your most commonly used ratchets. Obviously mine are going to be Gear Wrench and Snap-on. And then right behind that, my Carlisle, not too often my Silver Eagle. Still good ratchets, but I love my Gear Wrench and my Snap-on. They've worked really good for me. So please drop a comment down below. Let me know what you like to use a majority of the time, and do you like flex heads? If you do you usually get locking ones, or just let me know your favorite designs. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions or you want any part numbers to any of these, please drop a comment down below and I'll be happy to help you out.